Hello, my name is Whitney Allen, and I'm applying for the Mid-Market Consumer Advocate Account Executive with Google's marketing team. Google's unique working environment has been built upon certifiably thriving employees, and these employees are pioneering the tech industry with groundbreaking concepts. In the Google culture, employees are empowered to fearlessly create and build, as they have the assurance of the organization's support. Google is known to value its employees' ideas and provide harmony and balance for these Googlers' daily lives, in and outside of work. Generosity has truly been built into this organization's DNA through things like continuing education, career development, flexibility, and CSR initiatives. They have helped create a better world. Google values each individual that is part of its organization. These excellent ethical standards have trickled down from the top of their structure down to the bottom and can remain seen through the products and services it produces for its worldwide audience. Google's services and products. At the center of Google's innovative spirit are numerous technical geniuses that are revolutionizing the entire tech industry. Some might even say Google is a field all in its own. The people at Google have created and transformed the way in which we interact and use technology, and at the very heart of it is Google Search, the world's largest search engine, handling billions of queries daily. Google Cloud is another of Google's most popular services. The cloud helps businesses thrive with cutting-edge, scalable solutions. YouTube is another Google product that brings together over 2 billion people each month as a video sharing service. Android OS easily ranks as the leading mobile operating system worldwide as it keeps millions of users connected across the entire globe. These products and services are just a few of the vast number of innovations the brilliant minds at Google have brought to us. They allow us to peek into Google, an organization that has gone beyond industry standards to shape the future of technology. I would be thrilled to contribute to the legacy of innovation Google is creating as a member of Google's marketing division. Google milestones, a little history about Google. Did you know that Google started out as a program called Backrub, created by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in a garage in Stamford, Connecticut, while the two men were both enrolled as students at Stanford University? You can say that Google has had a long and successful journey. In 1998, Larry Page and Sergey Brin are in a garage, probably surrounded by empty pizza boxes and fast food bags, spending day in and day out, working day and night, toiling away on a little-known tech project. Fast forward to a few short years later, and this little-known tech project has morphed into the behemoth tech giant we know today. By 2004, Google was more than just a search engine. 2004, Google launches Gmail and goes public, making the initial investors mega rich. 2015, Google rebrands under its parent company Alphabet Inc. And by 2023, Google is a leader in AI with services such as Bard and its well-known cloud service. From its early start in a Stanford garage with only Page and Brin working to create technical magic, to present-day Google, where the company is basically shaping the future of our civilization as we know it today. Google is proof that the American dream really can come true, and that all you really need to accomplish this is a great idea in a little garage. Finding this career posting on Google's career website has been the beginning of a great opportunity for me. What inspires me the most, yes, it does, is Google's mission: to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. This is something that is listed, maybe in other words, but it's listed as qualifications one must have to work in this position listed on the job posting. It states that the applicant must be able to show their mid-market clientele how to best utilize Google's vast expanse of products and services, and to allow them to create meaningful and inspiring advertising campaigns. It is quite exciting for me both personally and professionally. Upon coming across this posting, I immediately recognized how very closely the criteria fit not only my qualifications, but my aspirations too. Accordingly, I am confident to say that the role at Google as an account executive for Google's mid-market clientele is a position that seems to be tailor-fit just for me. This position would grant me an avenue to work with mid-market clients, advising on how to best leverage the extensive suite of business tools and advertising products, as I stated earlier. And I'm particularly intrigued by the opportunity to help our clients unlock the power of products like Google Analytics, Google's marketing platform, Ad Manager, Google's AdSense. They would help my clients achieve their future marketing objectives, and this role would suit the ambitions of my innovative mind and my competitive spirit. It sounds exhilarating to think about solving complex problems and being able to create new, fresh, useful solutions for these challenges, as well as helping mid-market clientele grow. Most of all, the passion for this position comes from the creativity that is required of a marketing account executive, such as in this job posting where it says one must have the ability to build compelling narratives and utilize storytelling as a consumer engagement strategy, knowledge of traditional and contemporary online marketing strategies and tactics, and selling against traditional digital media advertising solutions, because these requirements mean that I would get to use the creativity I was born with to make new, creative, and meaningful advertising campaigns that could help drive change in my community and in the world. The connections and career growth that would come from working as a mid-market account executive for Google's marketing department would mean working with important clientele, and this career growth is just one way that might pave a way for me into working as maybe a top tier sales executive or even becoming an industry expert. What drew me to this job posting the most, however, I'm kind of ashamed to say it, but it really is the benefits and the infamous Google Office perks that are listed in this job posting. And the salary listed for this specific job isn't too shabby either. I mean, the more you are paid, the more you can play, right? And as a side note, the image included on this slide is the actual job posting for which I am applying to work. My first image is a Google Career Skills Chart. This career skills chart is a tool used by Google as well as other large companies for the following reasons. 1. Talent assessment. Identifying individual strengths and areas for development when building a team and when providing feedback during performance reviews. Number 2. Recruitment. When evaluating potential candidates, this chart has been used to identify potential candidates based on their skill set versus job requirements. Number 3, training and development, used to design targeted training programs to find skills or lack of skills within an organization. Overcoming challenges with difficult colleagues. We all know that relationships don't always start out smoothly, and it's hard when it happens to be a working relationship because we would all like to think that we will get along well with our coworkers. However, I have experienced what happens when working with someone with whom you clash with on a team project. The time that comes to my mind was a time when I was tasked with working with a person with whom I had a completely different work style, and I guess you could say that this person was just an acquired taste. At the beginning, our differences caused tension between us, but we both knew how important it was to get this task done and to work professionally with each other. So we both made huge attempts at active listening, and since I suppose we both knew that we were already starting in a place that put us a little behind where we should have been, we were able to come together and see one another's perspectives and focus on one common goal. And over time, we were able to build a trust and function as a collaborative unit. By setting our personal feelings to the side and by focusing on our common goal, we not only were able to successfully complete this task, but we came to admire the other person's strengths. This showed me how important listening, open-mindedness, adaptability, humility, and communication are when it comes to overcoming differences between people. I'd like to share my most memorable project I worked on. I, along with several of my coworkers, had to tackle this internal file audit because our management company had just taken over this apartment complex, and it was not only government subsidized, but it was also a part of the federal tax credit program, which meant that there were many different forms and checks and addendums that had to be dated and signed in just the right places. So the previous management company had not been keeping up with these files as they should have been, and the entire thing was just a huge mess. We had to not only go through each individual file and check that all these requirements were in the correct places in the resident files, but that they were in there for a certain number of years. We had to notify the residents of this file audit so that they knew that we would probably be contacting them to re-sign and redate things. We did end up completely blowing this project out of the water. We had great resident engagement and cooperation, and I, as the project coordinator, made sure that everything ran smoothly. I made sure this file audit got completed by the scheduled time by delegating the correct task to the correct people. What really made this my favorite or most memorable project was how nicely everyone was able to work together. Our team just really clicked, and we had so much fun under such tight constraints. We were all on our A game, and none of us were afraid to think outside of the box to get these things done. We were just so in sync, we basically read each other's minds, I guess, and it was amazing to see how our enthusiasm and our determination allowed us to complete this task. Looking back, it really shows me how much you can get done when you got the right team of individuals together who aren't afraid to get a little creative. Okay, the reason I am confident I would be a great fit within the Google culture is because of the ethics and values I hold and how they align perfectly with this organization's culture. The fact that Google uses its global platform to help give back to the community, as with their educational programs and their CSR initiatives. There are, however, a few key traits that would make me the perfect fit for this position. First of all, I have a knack for innovative thinking. I'm an outside of the box thinker, and I am definitely not afraid to bring these innovative ideas to the table. Secondly, I do have a background in data analysis and research. In my last position, I created a marketing campaign that included research for keywords and analyzing data taken by programs such as Google Analytics, Google Surveys, and Google Ads. The last key skill that makes me the perfect fit is my zeal for creativity and collaboration. I'm a natural born artist, and over time, through several different training methods and different tools, I have honed an exceptional ability for content creation and graphic design. People often describe me as enthusiastic, articulate, and flexible because I handle change and adaptability extremely well. These traits have allowed me to build lasting connections and have helped make me a strong first impression. Over the years, I have created marketing strategies and sales techniques that not only have delivered results, but have also motivated other team members to work at their best capacity. My passion for innovation and my ability to thrive even under the most stressful situations makes me a great candidate for this dynamic position. I am so excited about the opportunity to contribute to Google's future forward culture. Okay, so the last slide I talked about what would make me a great fit for Google's culture as a whole, as well as a couple things that make me a great fit for the specific position. However, as far as the specific position, the account executive for the mid-market consumer advocate position with Google's marketing team, I would like to talk about my track record in my previous roles. In my previous careers, I have focused on delivering tangible results, solving tough challenges, and building relationships with long-lasting clientele, from driving a 30% revenue increase on a client account to re-strategizing and updating old methods. I have a unique talent for creating a lasting impact and adding value to client books by implementing new strategies that have allowed me to navigate right through the mediocre and mundane way of doing things. The enthusiasm and confidence I transmit are also are contagious and would make me an asset to Google's organization, and whatever it is, I can make it happen. Okay, my second image is just a Google career posting. This is not the specific position that I am applying for, but this image is of a Google career job posting found using the Google search. This is the type of posting we could expect to see if we were searching for a career at Google using the Google search bar. And this search option would take you to the job postings at careers.google.com landing page. It's important to know where to look for career postings such as this one, because there are quite a few websites that claim to have job postings. However, they can definitely end up giving you the runaround. In conclusion of this presentation, I would like to say that I am confident in my ability and in my drive to be the best candidate for this position. I am positive that I would excel in this role because of the following three reasons. Um, I have proven capabilities, the alignment of my ethics and values to Google's organizational culture, and also my passion for Google's mission to become the largest provider of information worldwide. And I encourage you to reach out to me to schedule an interview at your earliest convenience. My email is walle89@wgu.edu, and my phone number is 660-270-8088. I thank you so much for considering my application, and I look forward to the opportunity to contribute to Google's success. Have a wonderful day. Before we finish this presentation, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the sources I used to create this presentation. The information about Google's history, organizational culture, and services and products have been gathered from reliable sources across the web, such as Google's official website, as well as other resources. These resources have helped me to ensure accuracy throughout this presentation.